Yes, and the shore oil rig is 16 followers high and as wide as 2 football fields and weighs surprisingly more than an aircraft carrier. This oil platform is called Ape Matrix, which is currently located 134 kilometers off the coast of Louisiana in North America. It is located far away in the Gulf of Mexico, but its destination started a few years ago from South Korea, thousands of miles away, where thousands of workers and engineers were working on this oil. They were busy in building the platform. After years of hard work, when the automatics were ready, the engineers had to face a challenge which they were facing for the first time in their career. The issue was that both of them did not agree with the structure. It was to be sent from South Korea to the Gulf of Mexico, and for this the world's largest marine transport vessel was ordered. Picking up the Ape Coil platform and placing it on this website was a task that would take at least 7 days. But suddenly they got the news that a storm has arisen in the Pacific Ocean, and this storm has taken the form of a super typhoon. Typhoon of this level occurs once in 20 years. This typhoon rotates at a speed of 315 kilometers per hour. After 7 days, it can attack the coast of South Korea at any time, and we all know that whenever a super typhoon attacks anywhere, it is not without causing damage. Now the challenge for the workers, engineers and transport experts was that they had to do the work of 7 days in just 3 days, that is, if within 3 days the Prometric 100 milliliters platform was picked up from the shipyard, loaded on this marine vessel and sent away. Years of hard work are just moments. This was an issue that shook the entire management from bottom to top. Shanti Nazreen once again in the video. This was the biggest project of the oil company from the oil platform, and this is the reason. They had no room for even a small error. It was very important to complete the remaining work to award the super typhoon and send the Ape to Matrix on time, for which an extra army of workers was called. The workers worked day and night and started preparing it for transportation as soon as possible. On the other hand, the management along with the meteorological administration was keeping an eye on the movement of the super typhoon. They had a hope that maybe this super typhoon would move in its direction. But their hopes were dashed when they came to know that the workers' army was going straight from the Pacific Ocean to South Korea with its flashlight on. With great effort, all the work of the automatic was completed in just 3 days, and now it was time to lift this unfaithful structure and place it on the floating dog. The weight of this entire structure was surprisingly said to be 1431 so much steel. So, it was not even used in the construction of Burj Khalifa. As much oil was put on this platform, it was pushed by 11 inches with the help of big hydraulic jacks, and the plotting was placed on the dry-off. Then with the help of boats, the floating dog was towed away from the shipyard from where it was to be loaded into this Marion the Way. It is actually the world's largest marine transport fashion, which easily weighs 980 kilograms. Can carry and open the Ape on it that had to go to the other corner of the world, Gulf of Mexico. Next morning, and the tips were taken off the flirting dog. Now the oil platform started looting on the water for the first time. With the help of Vote, the platform was pulled to Masjid Delhi Potter, where this marine vessel was already waiting. On the other hand, the super typhoon was rapidly moving towards South Korea, and the management there was a sword hanging over his head. Now super type unknown was only 48 hours away, and as the book was getting closer, its signs were also emerging in the sea. The number of winds and waves in the sea was increasing, which made the Ape it was a red flag for the Matrix if the moment was too high. Loading the delicate oil platform on the website is a very complicated task. For this, the vessel first enters water into the water tank inside it. Due to which she goes inside the water, then pulls the tugboard's oil platform and takes it on top of the vessel, and then finally the vessel takes the water back out, due to which she saves Salah's life and goes to the airport. But this work is not enough. It is not as easy as you saw in this animation. For this work, it is very important for the sea to be calm, because if this work is done in waves, then the matrix of the Ape will not be able to load on the vessel in the correct alignment, and this thing can be dangerous for both the vessel and the automatic. Due to the super typhoon, the sea was very rough. Due to the waves and strong winds, it was not possible to do this work. Secondly, the time was passing very fast and the stress level of the entire team was very high. It was too much. Fortunately, due to the meteorological department, the team was given a limit of only 2 hours the next morning in which there were chances that the sea would remain calm in these 2 hours, if desired. If I went then there would be no other chance after this. Super Typhoon was now only 36 hours away. Early in the morning, as had been told, the sea was completely calm. At the first opportunity, the oil platform was pulled over the vessel and the vessel lifted it out of the water. Several hours before the Super Typhoon, the app Matrix had finally succeeded in saying goodbye to South Korea. Sail took the first challenge by saving its oil platform from the Super Typhoon. Completed, but this does not mean that there will be no further changes. After several months of journey, the oil platform was loaded again in South Texas because there were 4 existing ones which were being manufactured here. Modus was given the name of 1 Ambedkar. It was fitted on the platform and once again it was sent to its destination 130 kilometers away where it was to remain for the next 40 years. After years of hard work, finally the time had come when the app The Matrix had to be connected with the oil 30,000 feet below, where the Matrix is lying flat in the water. Here the bottom of the sea is 7,400 feet deep. This is so deep that almost 3 Burj Khalifas can fit in it, but the oil from which the app Romantic, he had to connect it. He was completely surprised even at this depth. Majid Bhai, everything was below 1,600 feet. At such a depth inside, the water pressure is very high, where no human can go and then there is no mission there. It is impossible to carry out, therefore, on occasions at sea, a romantic connected with the opening of oil, it was decided to use remotely operated underwater that nickel installation men were installing the underwater pipelines from a separate platform. They sent the accused into the sea with the help of a crane. This is a very complicated task in which the pipeline has to be landed exactly above the opening of the oil well. 7,000 rupees. The control to carry out this work with such accuracy 400 feet below is in the hands of the operator sitting above, who is performing this mission like a video game. Luckily, this work has already been done with great accuracy, now it is the turn. This process of transferring the app Romantic Shatak from the installation platform to the pipe is called riser transfer, in which 4 different messages work together romantic as before. 1 chain was taken out from the pipe and the accused took this chain and took it to another tip. This chain was pulled from this chip by another platform and then finally this chain was pulled from the app Romantic and the pipe was taken towards itself. After this the dealing was started. The job was to drill the pipe to the oil, about 22,600 feet below the seabed. After several months of training, the pipe had finally reached the oil. Now it was the turn to pump the oil. To see this moment, the team had assembled and with the help of a button the oil pump was turned on. When oil was pumped for the first time from 30,000 feet below, there was joy on everyone's faces. 7 years of hard work of works in juniors and management had paid off. The floor and its quality are absolutely perfect. Today, Matrix produces 175,000 barrels of oil every day, from which so much fuel is made, which is 40 lakh. Shell uses vehicles in a day. Shell believes that the app Matrix will continue to produce oil in this manner for the next 40 years, i.e. till 2016. It is hoped that you will also like and share this video of TV with your loving comments. Thank you very much, see you in the next great video.